Dawson's Market, and I am here with Ben from Banville Wines. I thought it was a perfect opportunity to bring him in to talk about some of these really awesome wines that we have brought in recently. And in celebration of Black History Month, with the nose coming to an end soon, these are the perfect wines to talk about today. So without further ado, Ben, thank you for being here. What you got?
So I am Ben from Banville Wine. We are the importer and distributor for Maison Noir wines, which are new to the Dawson store. They carry the 5 wines that you see here. Quick background on Maison Noir. It is owned and the wines are made by Andre Mack, who is a really interesting guy. He's a clothing designer, an artist, an author, but for importance of today, he is mostly a winemaker. He started the winery in 2007, and he originally was a sommelier at a few different restaurants in New York and thought that wine was a little bit stuffy and pretentious, so he thought, hey, I'm going to make some wines that are fun, some to my sommelier friends in New York, and start my own wine using OPP, or other people's Pinot. So other people's wine. He doesn't actually own any vineyards. He just owns the winery and makes the wine. So he was for the longest time with the Thomas Keller Group, who is famous for the restaurants French Laundry in Napa Valley, and also Per Se in New York City, amongst others, where he kind of got famous and was voted the sommelier of the year a few years ago. So his book, 99 Bottles, is just on the market now. And if you check out YouTube, search for Andre Mack. Actually, just today, a new video came out where he goes through a sommelier doing some value wines. So not these, but other wines. It's a really cool video through Bon Appetit magazine. So we'll do real quick through the 5. So the first one is the Love Drunk Rosé, and we are on vintage 2020 already. So pretty much every spring, the new 2020 vintage of rosé comes out just in time for the warm weather. So this is a blend of Pinot Noir done in the typical rosé method, where you take the red grapes, let them age just for a little bit, but he actually mixes it with Chardonnay to add a little uplift of acidity and flavor. But just a really fun, great little dry rosé. So you probably have seen the white Zinfandel and the sweet rosés. This is definitely a dry style rosé. Notes of like strawberry, raspberry, really nice acidity. Great wine for sipping on the porch. We got one white wine, Knock on Wood. This is a Chardonnay, and you might think because it says wood in the name that it is aged in oak, but it's not. It's actually a knock on wood, because he doesn't like the way that oak flavors can mess with Chardonnay. So completely unoaked, really crisp, refreshing Chardonnay. Great for any time, great with fish, great with chicken, and just a really nice everyday Chardonnay. Probably the lightest of the 3 reds is the one I mentioned before, OPP. So that stands for Other People's Pinot. So just like I was saying before, he does not own vineyards, so he has to get Pinot and grapes from other people. He made some great relationships while he was a sommelier, and this is his first and most popular wine from the Willamette Valley in Oregon. Really great Pinot Noir from an area known for their Pinots. And again, this is by far the most popular. Everyone loves this one. OPP is a reference to the rap song by Naughty by Nature, if you're familiar. If you're down with OPP, yeah, you know me. You guys may or may not know that song, but if you don't, check out the YouTube video. Then we got the last 2 reds. This is Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, which is a red blend. This is a really unique one because the grapes come from both Oregon and Washington State, and so the USA has weird laws where if you're not from all in one state, you have to call it an American red wine. So it's just an interesting project, but in Southern Oregon and Southern Washington both, they make really great full-bodied reds. So it's Cabernet, Merlot, and then the main grape is Syrah from Oregon. So you get the Cab, the Merlot from Washington, the Syrah from Oregon. Horseshoes and hand grenades, you've probably heard the reference to that. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades. It's a weird saying. It doesn't really have too much to do with the actual wine itself. It's just a fun and unique name. And then last but not least, my personal favorite, the In Sheep's Clothing. So you see there's a sheep, but with a wolf's face, so it's a wolf in sheep's clothing. 100% Cabernet Sauvignon. This one is from Washington State, and some of the grapes do go into the horseshoes and hand grenades. This is going to be a bold, big, full-bodied red, great with anything off the grill, really bright, full fruit flavors, and just a delicious cab. And again, I don't know the exact prices. They're all kind of in the mid $20 range. They're all right around the same price and all really good wines.
A little higher.
So, but yeah. Again, this is the lineup. They're all from Andre Mac, Matt sommelier and maker of some great wines, and one of the few black leaders in the wine business, which it's a fun thing for Black History Month, like Carly said. So, did you have any questions or want to?
Well, do you recall the actual website?
I believe it's maisonnoirwine.com.
So if you go there and check out their swag. They've got some really incredible t-shirts and all kinds of merchandise, like the one I'm wearing right now that Ben gifted me. Thank you so much. Really cool puns, wine puns. So definitely check that out. And more history on the man.
Yeah, recently featured in Wine Spectator, so if you get a chance to check out that issue, check out YouTube, check out his website, check out 99 Bottles by Andre Mac. So get to know him, get to know the wines, and hopefully you enjoy them.
Please leave a comment, like the video, share it on various social media, and we will count each one